again. Concentrating on who I used to be, I'm shedding skin. Every day a new version of me, a third of me demented, cemented in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Today we get to see the hottest bat in the league. He's been cranking home runs, Chris.
Yeah, going yard is hard enough, but he's doing it game after game. Just incredible. This guy's swinging like he's got a cheat code.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And on the hill for the Cubs, Jameson Taillon. And singing, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Christian Yelich leading things off and takes a strike. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Sal Frelick stands in now and watches strike one. That pitch in for a strike. 0-2.
This guy at the dish excels in two-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
On the ground, out to short. Throws to first in time. Two quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
William Contreras in the box now. No balls and a strike. Two out, space is empty. And down on strikes he goes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Brewers go down quietly. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Wrigley Field and on the hill today, Tobias Myers.
Well, this guy wants to be better than that. I mean, the ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
Kelly Sullivan, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. The 1-0. Swings through that one for strike one.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Right side, hard hit. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Ian Happ.
Well, he's trying to make it an even 30 straight games with the base hit in this one, Boog. I mean, that's pretty special territory. I just hope he doesn't put too much pressure on himself to get to that next plateau. You just don't see it more than once or twice in a decade, so I can't wait to see if he can pull it off here.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third, the right fielder, Kyle.
Here's Kyle Tucker, one of the best RBI guys in the game this year. Right now, second in the NL. Sullivan dives back in, but they got him.
I think the base runner was trying to catch him off guard, perhaps looking to steal right away, and wasn't ready to get back to first. Nice pickoff move by the pitcher.
Tucker wrapped out 4 hits in his last game. Swing and a ball popped up. Hoskins pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that's the third out. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. We played an inning, no score. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Rhys Hoskins to the plate. Tyone back to work. The other way, and he beats the shift. Sneaks through, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Waste no time there. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Tyone ready to fire now. Strike 2.
Double play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Now Garrett Mitchell. And a foul ball. Hoskins leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. James Kingsley, our plate umpire. Consistent, as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. Really late, opposite field now.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him in the scoring position, and try to have a better chance of.
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. So 1 hit is all they get. Now to the bottom of the 2nd. We're tied 0-0. Here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Ian Happ. Happ can tie the single-season hit record with a knock here. That one is absolutely belted. And that's a foul ball.
He's been simply unbelievable, Boo. 262 hits seemed crazy when Ichiro did it in 2004, and it still seems crazy now. What a fantastic year he's had.
Hammer, base hit. And a good start to the inning. And that flips the calendar on his hitting streak. He's now at 30 straight games with a knock, a full month.
Yeah, and maybe we're not quite ready to start talking DiMaggio just yet, Boog, but we're not that far off. I mean, you make it to 30 games, you're in rare company, and not many guys have made it that far in the last 50 years. So absolutely congratulations to him. It's been really fun following him to this point.
Nobody out. Runner at first. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. His 49th home run of the season. And the Cubs have the lead now. It's 2-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. That cutter low and away can be a really tough pitch. You have to stay within your mechanics and trust that you can get good wood to it. Well, he did right there. Really nice swing, and he was rewarded for it.
Michael Busch now at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Base hit center field. Well, that's going to keep the streak going. There's no stopping this guy.
And I can't even imagine the pressure he's under. He's asked about it every day from everyone, not just the media, but just anybody he comes across. And so for him to be able to concentrate, keep on getting the knocks, just remarkable. And I know he's trying to just win ball games, but honestly, this streak is arguably bigger than the team right now.
Pete Crow Armstrong stands in now and watches strike one. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Runner at first with no outs here. And he lays down a bunt. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Third on the National League leaderboard for batting average. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1.
No outs. Runners at first and second. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. And that one is lifted in the air. Mitchell gets under it. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. He thought about third, but won't take the chance and heads back to second. John Birdie at the plate. Feels like it's less common today that you see a guy like this. The speed component, the contact component, but lack of power. Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
So up next, Kelly Sullivan. Golden opportunity right here. On the ground. Base hit. One run is in. The throw to third. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Runners at the corners here. One away. Sullivan, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed.
Off the plate.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Next pitch is outside.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
There's your strike. Birdie, the runner at third. Sullivan over at first with one away. And that just misses.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
And they're all loaded up.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So here's Kyle Tucker now. First time up was a pop out. That one hooked foul.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing a little bit.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Swung on, belted. Chourio going back. Gives up the body and makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly, and the lead is up to 5. That was a great run to make the catch, Singy. We got to take another look at it with StatCast.
Yeah, he saw it perfectly off the bat. Reactions were excellent. Took a very direct route to the ball, and more than 100 feet later, he ran it down. I just love seeing that.
And here comes the Brewers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Tobias Myers gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. DL Hall comes on now.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Ian Happ up to hit. Double steal. Pitch misses in. Throw to third. Save. Double steal. Ground ball left side. Fires over to Hoskins. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around and 5 score. We played 2 full. It's the Cubs 5 and the Brewers nothing. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. And first offering is fouled off. Swinging a foul straight back. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Nice grab. The throw, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Man at first, nobody out. Next for the Brewers, Andrew Monasterio. Strike one. Monasterio in his 3rd season, hitting 9th in today's lineup. And he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. In time to Bush, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd. So the lineup flips over, and now the DH, Christian Yelich. That one finds the zone. 0-1. 1 out and a runner at second as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. Foul ball there. high fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Freeland batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all three swings.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Brewers strand one. It's 5-0. Back here at the friendly confines as we go to the last of the third. And here is Dansby Swanson. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And it hits the fence. Safe at second with a leadoff double. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Shortened a bunt and missed it. It's 0-1.
You know, these Cubs really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game.
Lined into left center, base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead. So a man at first. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Pete Crow Armstrong. He's one of the best players in the game. Trying to bunt his way on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Here's Nico Horner. Fly to center his first time. Ground ball left side, could be 2. The flip, there's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Birdie, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Swing and a ball popped in the air. The throw in. The tag out. But they do get a run.
That's heads-up play right there. The outfielder knowing he has no shot at the runner at home, so comes up trying to cut that runner off at third and does a really nice job. Got to appreciate that.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Kelly Sullivan. A little bit low, and that's ball 1. Birdie, the runner at first with 2 gone. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. A 2-run homer. Home run number 70 on the year. And they add a couple more. It's 9-0.
That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. D.L. Hall departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. A new pitcher in the game, number 77.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 outs, base is empty. Cody Sullivan, the next come to hit. First pitch misses. Sullivan with a couple of homers in his last game. And another ball.
Ball 2.
That one ripped. This looks like extra bases. Now he'll turn for second, and it gets by him. Round second, digging for third.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Kyle Tucker, the next Cub to hit. That's a base hit as a run scores. And that'll keep his hit. Streak alive. He's reaching heights that very few players ever have.
Yeah, when you're over the 30-game mark and showing no signs of slowing down, that's when the baseball world starts to get a little excited. This has become the story in the league right now. You start checking off the days until the next benchmark, 40, 44, 56. And as well as he's swinging it, it seems like all those numbers right now, Boog, they are doable.
Here's a high chopper. Ortiz. They get the force, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. 3 innings complete. It's the Cubbies 10 and the Brewers nothing. And we're back. Start of the 4th, and now it's William Contreras. And that one fouled off.
Well, these Brewers, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Puts it away for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. He'll circle the bases. Homer number 25 of the year, and they've got their first run. It's 10-1. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
One down. Jackson Chourio getting ready to hit. This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His 18th home run of the season. It's 10-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Now here is Garrett Mitchell. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Happ makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. 2 down, bases empty. Next for Milwaukee, Joseph Ortiz. Yeah, that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses, struck him out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 10-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom 4. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. And delivers outside. Now a screamer into the outfield. Makes the grab on the run. 1 down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, because that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Line drive to short and caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
2 outs, base is empty. And stepping in is the speedy Pete Crow Armstrong. Misses off the plate. And that's ball 1. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. The other way. And that is that. And the Cubs are down in order. And the lead stays at 8. It's 10-2. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Tyone back to work. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Well, these Brewers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
This to third. Tosses to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
The batter, the shortstop, Andrew Monasterio.
Next to hit, Andrew Monasterio. Grounded out his first time up. Right through there for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. And a foul ball. ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over. Back to the top of the lineup, and next is the designated hitter, Christian Yelich. That one fouled off. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Up now for Milwaukee, Sal Frelick. 0 for 2 in this one. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Lunges, got it.
Well, you're holding your breath on that one. Sometimes you get caught in between. He stumbled a little bit, but kept his concentration. Nice catch to end the inning.
Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Line drive, makes the catch, 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
And first offering is fouled off. To third. Over to first. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the center fielder, Kelly.
So the batting order turns over. Kelly Sullivan will hit next. He's already homered in this game. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Lifted in the air, right center field. And he makes the catch. And that's the inning.